right, everyone, we are back heading to the water. It's been a while since my last lobster dive, and especially night dive. I've been traveling quite a bit, doing some family stuff, personal stuff, work stuff, but we are going back into the water. It's December, leading up to the holidays, and I got a couple things I'm going to try today. So one thing is the OrcaTorch D570, and I'm excited for this light. One, the size I think is perfect for me. I love this kind of smaller, manageable size. But one thing that's exciting that I always try to do when I'm with new divers, point out, fish, spots I want them to dive, and this will, I think, help a lot. So I don't know how it's gonna work out at night with the light on and everything, but this has a laser pointer included in the light. So you hold it down for the laser pointer, double tap for the light, and it looks like the focus beam is gonna be pretty nice. And you could turn on the laser pointer as the beam is on. I don't know how it's gonna look at night. In the day, I could feel like this would work really well, but I'm excited to use this little thing. I'm going out with my dive buddy Ton that is coming down, or is down from NorCal. So hopefully we can grab some bugs together. Let's go to the water.
It's great to be back after some time. Definitely gained some weight, so hopefully everything was a little more snug, but hopefully these weights are calibrated to this new weight. But visibility was absolutely amazing, around 20 plus feet. You'll see soon enough. And the surf was about 0 to 1 foot with very light winds and light to moderate surge. So a great day to dive. You'll find out soon enough. Here, water temps were pretty mild. Heading in, relatively easy, with especially when the surf is not as aggressive. But again, I'm testing out this new OrcaTorch, and you'll see here the laser pointer. At night, it's kind of useless on its own because you can't really see, but with the light and the laser pointer on at the same time, I was surprised how visible it was to see both. So a great tool to use for newer divers, or even divers you've dove with in the past, just when you point out different spots you want to dive together, or you want to point things out to specific dive buddies. It's way easier to do with that laser pointer. I found it to be very useful, perhaps a little gimmicky for most, but you see we started to see some bugs out on this dive. Here's one here in the grass. I go for it and I miss. I'm definitely a little rusty. I need to get back into it, but here I'm searching around different crevices. I'm looking for kind of shallow, deep cracks within the seagrass or the kelp. I found that later in the season, lobster tend to kind of congregate in those areas, hence me scanning for those spots. So you can see here. This one's tough to see, but on the top of your screen, you'll see some legs of a lobster right there. And you can see I didn't really go for it. I kind of just touched its antennas to see if it would go back. And what I'm doing is trying to gauge how deep that lobster hole is. If it's a low probability of me grabbing something, I'll just tickle it, see how far it goes back, and check the backside to see if I can get it from behind. But this one, out in the open, was able to grab it. First one, we have to measure. But this one, I already know it's short, so I just let it go. And this is Ton going after a significantly sized lobster. He marked it with his float line there, and he's really going deep to see if he can grab it. I'm watching his back for him. I'm also diving with another dive buddy Kang. He's not able to come up with it, so what I do is try to do a quick follow to see if I can help out. This is my first time looking through this hole after he dove. I'm scanning the hole, repositioning my body so I can get a better angle. I don't see anything on the left side, but I look to my right. It doesn't pick up on camera, but it is definitely a legal lobster. It's way far back there. I know I can't grab it. So what I'm doing here is actually scanning the back of the rock to see if there's any openings where we could perhaps shimmy the lobster towards the back, or I can grab it from the back, but no opening. So we pass that up and maybe for next season. You'll see here, I'm still scanning through those cracks pretty deep in there. I start to see some lobster legs here and there, which is a good sign. If you see one, there's probably some more close by. So I'm still scanning, but nothing on this particular area. But you seeing those lobster legs is definitely a good sign. This one's a little tougher to see, but you can see on the center of your screen, there's lobster scooting backward. What I'm doing is I'm actually have my eye on a different one, not the one that just scooted away. Further in the back, I shine the light through, tickling it, try to see how far deep it goes. You could kind of get a glimpse of it right there, but I'm not able to grab that one, so I let that one go. A lot of these lobsters late in the season are in pretty tough spots. The ones that stuck around or made it this far, made it for a reason. So there's one here, a little bit more in the open. I'm able to grab it. You might notice I'm never shining the light directly at them, especially when they're out in the open. That's because they're a lot more sensitive to light this late in the season. So if they see a light shining toward them, they'll usually spook and run off. So I try to keep the edge of that beam on the lobster. So just using as minimal light as I need to get the lobster. Turning on my chest light, which I love to use. I'm a huge advocate for it. I use a Action Cam chest mount. This one is just short, maybe next season. And it just molted, so it's very squishy. Lobsters molt because their hard shell doesn't grow with them. So as they grow, they shed their old shell and form a new one, a larger one. This process lets them increase in size, but also makes them very vulnerable for a short period of time. As you can see, plenty of short ones, and here's another one, bottom center of your screen. You'll see it in just a bit, right there. I see it in the grass. Grab the carapace, and I pull it up. And this one, unfortunately, is another short one. See you next season, buddy. And that about wraps it up. I had a great dive with King and Tuan. Unfortunately, none of us got keepers, but a great day to be out. Conditions were amazing. Can't ask for more. So deepest dive was 19 feet, longest 57 seconds with 48 dives. Here's some other stats if you're curious. And those of you asking, I'm using a Garmin Descent Solar for my dive computer. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.